And the game started. To the top left of the map, we have in the red our Fnatic player, and it is Protoss player known as
Fnatic Oz.
I got an update, by the way, by Sirinox, and he told me that Fnatic officially stated that Nama will come to Korea at the end of the year to stay at the team house and train in Korea once again. He was already participating in Code A in one of the earlier Code A qualifiers, early stage of the year, but he lost. But now coming back to the game, Oz's opponent starting to the top right, starting for LGIM, is the Terran player in the blue, called
LGIM YoDa.
By the way, did Stella just steal our pen? Ah, there it is. I mentioned it and Stella jumps down from the bench and he's like, oh, look at that. And gives me a pen back.
Huh. What a thief.
Stella is actually like really funny. Sometimes we get ice cream, sometimes we get massages, then he steals our pens. He's always good for a surprise. Things are never boring when Stella's
That's the best
around.
way to say it. He's always good for a surprise.
Yeah.
Well, YoDa up a game here, playing on a big map, not taking gases this time. And Oz is going to next his first, unless he goes for another really late gateway. I don't think that's going to be the case. Going all the way up to 350 murals now. Win rate when winning the first set, YoDa has, every time, it's happened twice so far. When he wins the first set, he goes ahead and wins the whole best of 3.
This is the best statistic ever, by the way. I really love it. Sometimes we have those statistics when they show it, and it's the win rate when the first set has been won, and it's like 12 or 28. I'm like, he probably should try to lose the first game off.
Yeah. By the way, Oz is making a forge right now.
Yeah, indeed he is.
Cannoning has become more popular in this matchup, but obviously this is going to be a defensive forge. But you know, with this, if you get away with it, you can cannon your opponent if he goes for some sort of crazy expand. You have a probe out, but that's not what Oz is doing. He's taking a gas right now. You know, actually, cannon rushing in this matchup is, it seems at first glance really stupid, but I have seen very recently a lot of games, not only on players' personal streams, but in small tournaments, of cannon rushing and finals, semifinals, all over the place. It's becoming more popular. It's kind of scary to think about.
Sasa actually likes to do this occasionally.
That's the player I think of the most.
He did it at MLG, I think 2 times. No, he did it once at MLG and he did it at DreamHack as well. It's something that you don't really expect all that often. It's one of those strategies that you might have encountered on ladder, but you don't really expect to see it in one of the big tournaments. So when you're suddenly faced with it, you might not know the exact timings of how to deal with it.
Yeah.
This comes to what comes to mind is basically those timings that we talked about when Protoss players started to figure out how exactly to deal with a 6 or a 7 pull and what the differences are, what they can get away with as soon as they know the exact timing of it. And this is similar, but we don't see it. We see the forge opening, and we see a pretty decent probe. This probe was a small hero.
He was, and I was proud of him. He sacrificed himself to get that scouting information, just came in bravely.
Are probes male? Always thought of them as
well, sometimes with, you know, in proper English, if you don't know the gender, it's
low blow.
If you don't know the gender, alright, I'm not trying to, I wasn't saying you specifically, but, and if you don't know the gender, it's acceptable to say he. It is. It's actually true.
Nah, to me, probes are... I actually don't know. Never gave it much thought.
If some people think that you have to say he or she with this slash mark in between, it's not true. You can just say he. I'm absolutely serious.
I believe you.
Well, now you learned something. And now a lot of you out there learned something. I'm like, I'll teach you all a thing or two. That slash mark, no. You better not ever say out loud in spoken English, he slash she. You better not say that.
Or Wolf will come for you.
I will find you. There will be
the hitman will send his wolf.
I'll show you a new kind of slashing.
I know that I'm responsible for the snipes, man, but still going for the slashing, this is... Wolf will tear you apart, guys.
And then I'll dash out of there.
That seems to be like a really sensitive topic to you.
Yeah. It's sometimes I'm serious about these things. Well,
the Stalker is getting pretty serious, but it's been forced back, and the thing is that YoDa is trying to sneak out a few Hellions, and they get away. He has no clue at this point. So will the Hellions get in here? They might as well, and there's only one cannon and one sentry.
He needs to force field the ramp!
And he does.
But still, he's pretty vulnerable right now.
And he does not really care all that much about the cannon, does he?
No. He's taking out a lot of probes here already. Up to 7, 8.
Oh, another shot!
9.
Number 9 dies. Oh, wow. This is a really big blow, but still Oz ahead in a worker supply. The Cloak Banshee, that's the follow-up though, and we have the robotics, we have the first observer. If he's able to circumvent the observer somehow, then of course he can do a little bit of additional damage. But Oz seems to be ready with his stalker positioning.
Yep, and the cannon is not going to be in position to spot this Banshee, so he will have to have that observer here. And coincidentally, the observer is going to fly right past the Banshee possibly here. And by past it, I mean within vision of it. Yeah, he sees it now, so he's just going to make sure that this does not come to pass.
Very close.
Well, actually, he saw it with the Stalker, but I guess he didn't really see it. The Stalker shot the Banshee once. Now he's going to have to turn that observer around.
Uh-oh. He's already losing way too much. He has the second observer on the map. The second observer is on its way, but now he's moving into the main base, and there he mobs in another additional Stalker, but the observer is a little bit out of position. Can he kill a few more units? Yes, he can. How many kills do we have on the Banshee? We actually have 6 already. Is he getting more? Is he getting out of the Banshee? He's getting away. No, he doesn't.
Oh, he could have.
He hesitates for a second. And he's still able to... No. Oh, wow. With 6 hit points, he's able to get away.
Well, you know, YoDa was kind of half doing it because he was just like, I don't care, I'm not getting out of here. And then it turned out he didn't pay attention. He was like, whoa. Then he just kind of right-clicked a little bit more. Then did it twice. Got out of there. Second observer stays. Does defend, and the third observer.
Harvester count now in advantage of YoDa. He was able to take down 15 Harvesters in total. Just think about this. This is so much, not only the Hellions, but also those 2 Banshees that he sent in. He did a lot of damage here, and this is actually like really bad for the economy of Oz.
The third observer does spot everything in YoDa's main. He knows how many barracks he has currently operating. He knows how many he's adding. He has vision of the factory floating off here. And Oz is actually going to move out here. He has a decent amount of sentries, 5 in total here, most of them with nearly full energy.
He has been scouted though. With a nice scan, YoDa was able to see everything that was going on in the main base, so he can prepare accordingly. He's adding additional production structures, he's adding his armory so he can start with +2/+2. And for Oz, this is getting really scary.
I don't think this push will be able to do very much.
Not with the 2 Banshees hovering around and all these bio units.
And the Banshees will, as soon as the Observer dies, which it may just fly right into that turret and die to the bunker, as soon as the Observer dies, the Banshees can come from behind and kill whatever they want. Oz is actually going to go home. He's like, I don't think I can make this work.
YoDa has sent an SCV out, he just spotted what was going on, but the one thing that was never spotted with those 2 Banshees, YoDa currently does not know that they are actually heading for his, also doesn't know that they are heading for his main base, and double Banshee also means that you can 2-hit a probe. This could be additional damage to the economy of Oz, and it was already damaged quite a bit earlier, and yeah, there they are. The Banshees are getting into the base, they are cloaked, they are not scouted.
Banshees are back!
And here we go.
Oh, the kills are already insane. As you mentioned, with 2 Banshees, it takes 1 shot to kill a probe. He's going to kill a Stalker as well. And he's going to get 2 Stalkers, in fact, which will keep his probes alive for a decent amount of time.
Another drop attempt to the other side of the map. This is really bad. Look at how much he loses here. Oz lost 29 Harvesters.
He's going to lose another Stalker.
And the Stalkers as well. That's
another
3 Stalkers. That's 4 Stalkers already.
And
oh my god. Oz is falling apart here.
The drops are unloaded. He's going to attack via ground. Storm is not ready. It's almost ready, but not quite. He's targeting down the Templar. Oh, nice Archon there.
This is the worst case scenario for Oz. What's happening right now? YoDa seems so on top of this game.
Yep. He loses the medevacs, but he targets down several sentries. He's now 30 supply ahead, and he's got a 3rd base landing.
31 Harvesters have been killed over the course of the game. YoDa with some great harass. With everything just at the beginning, the Hellions sneak in. Then he has 1 Banshee in the main, 1 at the natural. Later on, he moves those 2 Banshees into the main base, takes out additional units while he attempts to drop at the natural. Again, walks up the ramp with a few units, with a few Marine Marauders, takes down the High Templars. This is so bad for Oz. He is really on the defensive. He's 2 base against 3 at this point. He's behind in upgrades, or at least he will be in just a few seconds. Ghosts are already on their way. YoDa is looking great.
Yeah. He loses control of the Watchtower due to one Zealot and watches the Stim Marine chase the Zealot. Then once the Stim wears off, the Zealot's like, wait a minute, turns around and chases him back.
Why do I run away again?
That was like something out of a funny movie, but this group of Marines does see the army, but that's going to be the last thing they see.
A few of them are actually able to get away here, and look at those two bunkers in the high ground for YoDa. He knows that this third base will be the point where Oz is going to attack, and he tries to be prepared in time. And yes, here is YoDa. The bunkers are not ready just yet, but Oz decides to retreat. Now they are. And what can Oz actually do to come back into this game? This is going to be so tough.
He needs to hit a timing pretty soon because he is fairly even in supply of army, and he's got these storms. He's got storms, and the ghosts aren't really... I mean, there's a few of them out, but he doesn't have the ghost count that he wants ideally here. If he can get a good engagement, he might be able to turn things around, but that's all he can really hope for because the macro... is not a game he can win. He's not going to be able to take a third base and catch up in economy.
And again, he's being attacked at his main base, has to warp in a few Zealots. And, well, Oz has to do something, and he has to do it soon. He's trying to attack here. Where are the EMPs? The ghosts trying to get close enough. Oh, the EMP, and there. Oh, one of the ghosts. Another EMP. No, he doesn't have the energy anymore.
Stop! This is what Oz needs, but he has to make Archons here. There's too many Marines. He's out of energy.
No, there was another EMP that hit every single Templar. That's why he makes the Archons, but it's already too late. Oz is down to 84 supply. YoDa calls down the Mana Mule. GG. Well played, and well played indeed. YoDa. Wow, he was showcasing his TVP today. Great performance. Really great play. And in the end, it was so close. Oz actually taking down every single ghost, but there was one ghost left that has an EMP, uses it. Every single Templar loses energy. And then it's the incredible Miracle player who's going to advance with the 2-0. Well played. Really well done.
Yeah.
His Harris, I mean, come on, this was great.
It was great, man. And I like his new style. Look at him in the booth. Just, that is not the YoDa we once saw before. It's the glasses, really, I think. The glasses in the hair. And also his ability to drop harass from multiple locations while also going for Cloak Banshee attacks. This guy is a new YoDa.
Everything that he does was just so... It was done so consciously. Think about when he started to fake Oz out in the first game, when he actually had this one barracks where he started with the tech lab, and immediately he used an upgrade, canceled it as soon as Oz was gone. Oz, on the other hand, he had his number and scouted exactly what was going on, but just the attempt of what he was trying to do was brilliant. On the other map, then, he chases away his opponent's Zealots, and at the same... No, actually, it was a Stalk. At the same time, sneaks the Hellions by. It was just really well done. Every single time you could see that he has a step 2, has a step 3, a step 4.
Well practiced here.
Exactly. Every single thing.
And this was a bit of an upset, you know. A lot of people probably expected Oz to get through. He has, you know, more results under his belt. He's arguably more popular and
he's more experienced in, for example, offline tournaments when it comes down to traveling overseas and participating in international tournaments.
So, you know, Oz fans are probably a little bit disappointed here, but I'm excited to see what, you know, YoDa has obviously improved quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I haven't been this impressed with YoDa since he fought Darth Sidious in the in the Senate room, man.
Yeah, that was quite the fight. I mean, he was a little bit in a slump after that, but this time he really showcased his lightsaber micro.
All right, we are going to take another 5-minute break. When we come back, we'll start with the second half of our matches here. See you in a bit.